to detox a lot of my own insecurities. And I just want to also touch on a little note, right? Not because I'm telling you to do an emotional detox, and I'm not saying to you like this emotional detox is going to clear all your emotions. I think me personally, I've been working on and with myself, and I realized like I've done some ritual stuff, and it's like in your head you're like, yes, I'm going to do this ritual, and then after this ritual all these emotions are going to be cease to exist. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You're probably gonna have to do more rituals. You're gonna have to become more conscious of your emotions, about your insecurities. And a lot of times I think, about, like the things that trouble us or bother us, a lot of it has to do with, number one, bringing it to consciousness, sometimes working with the situation that we have, or working with whatever we're working on ourselves. But a lot of times it's to develop boundaries around those situations. And sometimes we don't want to, because we want to be open and free. But when we get into situations where our emotions is now out of whack or out of sync, or we become insecure because we didn't create boundaries around things that are precious to us, or mean something to us, then we kind of relapse, and we're thinking things don't work. But I feel like certain things are a natural part of us. And like, say for instance, I have an Aries moon, so a natural part of me is to sometimes speak loud when I'm getting upset. I acknowledge that, and then if someone says, Tosh, you're getting upset, then I kind of calm down, because I know, like, I could get intense with my emotions and feelings. I could kind of fire up, and I don't realize that, and that could be offensive to some people. But that's a natural part of who I am. That's not going to change, no matter how much rituals I do. I don't, and personally, I don't want that to change, because sometimes I do need to speak up and out, because sometimes you do need to project your voice for people to hear. So I don't want to release a part of who I am. I just want to be able to control myself, especially towards people who find that type of thing offensive. My Aries moon, when of course, when I get upset and angry. So a lot of it is finding people who appreciate you and understand you, and also creating boundaries. Sometimes it's not just about the rituals kind of bring those things to surface, or to bring them to consciousness. But I'm trying to make the point of, like, I posted oils and I posted crystals. Those things are not going to wipe away your natural instincts. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't want no one to go to the blog. I want to be realistic with you guys, and not just like trying to paint this picture like, okay, if you do these things, then it's going to go away. It's stuff that takes time. So, and then one of the most important part is to bring certain things to consciousness. And then with this full moon in Cancer, it's good to bring your negative emotions to consciousness and work on them, and work on yourself, and work on being a better person. Sometimes just knowing who you are, even the negative aspects, being conscious of them, because you realize that sometimes those negative aspects protect you. Those are your, even though if you don't have no boundaries, sometimes that's, in my case, like, especially with my Aries moon, and realize like the negative aspects of myself create boundaries, but it might not be in the best way. That's the only problem. Anyways, go to my blog, check out the blog about how to detox your emotions, negative emotions, how to emotionally detox, period. Okay. And let me know what you think. Ciao. And drop a comment again about which house, what sign and planet you have in the 4th house, where your moon is, anything that has to do with the moon, Cancer, or the 4th house. Let me know where those are placed in your chart. Ciao.